right, so when you build a car fully from scratch, you're gonna have a lot of problems that just come up after the thing's been on the road. Last video, we drove down the road about a minute and had a whole slew of problems. We had smoke coming into the car from the output shaft seal, transmission fluid was burning on the exhaust. This thing has had an exhaust leak for forever now, and we're finally getting that fixed in today's video. We have a better transmission fluid to run. We discovered yet another problem, and in addition to all that, when we drained a little oil last video, we smelled fuel and it just didn't look the greatest. So I had the oil sent out to get tested. So first things first, we're gonna go through the oil test analysis and kind of give you guys the news on that. It's better than I thought. All right, so right here I have two papers. I don't really think it's worthwhile to show you guys every little thing, but to sum it up, I had a piece of the oil filter sent out and I also had a container of oil sent out. So all in all, the reports came back pretty good. This is a brand new engine with new bearings and stuff, so there wasn't any excessive metal. What they found is pretty normal. The fuel was only about 1.3% contaminated in it, so that's not really a big deal either. It's not super diluted. So all in all, the oil test kit came out good, which surprised me. I was kind of worried about it. There was a little metal in the filter, but again, this thing's pretty much brand new, so all that seems to be expected. So good news here. We're gonna send another sample out next oil change we do, but I think after this, it should continue to decrease in terms of the amount of particulates in the oil. So all in all, good news here. And now let's go get the exhaust fixed, pull this thing out and drive it to my buddy's shop, and we'll take care of a lot of the other issues with this car when we get there. All right, we're now using the meta glasses. I set my camera over here. I really hope that this works pretty good. Let's give her a fire up. This closed, shut, make sure the oil's not leaking. It's not. All right. You guys can hear that exhaust leak now. It's like right below the shifter here, which obviously we're gonna get fixed. I don't know how the sound quality is gonna be on these, especially with the windows open. But with an exhaust leak, I have to have the windows open. So I don't, you know, die. Air suspension up. All right, before we go anywhere, we need fuel, and then we also need to load up everything we need to bring. Don't worry about that stuff. Is that our transmission? Nah, I'm not worried about it. Alright, so we got our tranny fluid and our X pipe. Oh, please fit barely. Set that there. Man, I love ripping this thing. Oh my goodness. All right, let's not get pulled over. Oh, I can't wait to get this exhaust fixed. You can hear that exhaust leak clear as day. The X pipe in here is just destroyed. Man, this thing is driving beautifully. A little bumpy there. Good. We are making some pretty high oil pressure. When I was on the braking oil, that was obviously a very heavyweight oil, and the oil pressure was up around this level, but this guy's telling me to get on it. No, I'm not going to jail, buddy. Man, this thing drives so nice though, guys. I really do need a fuel level gauge and then probably a Holley Pro Dash, but other than that, that is all I need for this car. Oh, I'm just so nervous driving this thing, dude. Just because I built this whole car myself, so I don't know how much I trust it, you know? Oh, there's a nice truck here. There's a nice truck here. I always forget which side the oil cap's on. Alright. Let's get some gas quick. Oh boy. Alright, we got a good drive ahead of us. About 30 minutes. So that'll definitely put this car to the test. Now we just get to cruise. At least I can drive this thing now, you know. I got fresh oil in it. I'm not worried about the oil being contaminated or anything falling off, hopefully. Our roof spoiler's still on there, right? I think so. It's driving great. I don't know who beeped at me, but I'm not beating on this car, by the way. These roads are not the roads to be doing that on either. They're somewhat bumpy. Brap, 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 brap. Starting to feel a little nauseous from all this exhaust gas though. Alright, so we're here with the car here. The exhaust is getting fixed from when this thing spat out a drive shaft. And in the meantime, we definitely have a big leak to fix. So while the exhaust is down, I figured I'd take the time to do this now. The output shaft seal on the transmission appears to be leaking, but upon further inspection, I also see that that end cap kind of looks like it came out a little bit, so I don't know if that would leak as well, if fluid's getting in there and then just leaking out and flinging everywhere. But either way, I did kind of shake this around. It is solid, so I know that bushing back there, the tail housing bushing is good. So we're gonna go ahead and just toss a new seal in anyways, but I am gonna look into this once we get the drive shaft dropped. So definitely a good time to do it with everything out of the way. I just have to unbolt the drive shaft in the rear. I already got all the other bolts out. Sneak that one out. We'll take a look when it's on the ground. And then I do have a new output shaft seal that I got from Advanced Auto. We're gonna toss in regardless, but I don't know if when it spat out the old drive shaft, if it cooked that seal or what, but we're gonna look into it because it definitely needs addressed. Also in the meantime, I got new transmission fluid. So this is original Dex 3. What's in the transmission now is just the generic fluid you get from Advanced Auto. So this should actually be better for the transmission. It's what it calls for. So we're gonna go ahead and swap that out and top it off anyways. All right, so we got our new output shaft seal in, and obviously this is after I drove the car. So we did check and make sure it's all good. This did fix our leaking issue. All right, so after looking at it more, the end cap here on the slip yoke actually came out and the fluid was just pushing right past out of the back. So that's definitely a problem. So I think we're just gonna weld it up just so it doesn't come out again. All right, so now that our transmission situation is all dialed in, it's time to fix this exhaust. So like I said, the drive shaft came out of this thing going pretty darn fast, and it sat there and just chewed into the X-pipe. So this X-pipe is basically toast. I know it could be fixed as is, but I got a new X-pipe from Stainless Works, and the goal with this is to actually make it flow just a little bit better and have a little less bottleneck to it than the version 1 exhaust. So also found out that one of these flex pipes was leaking. It actually split apart in the back, so that's no good either. So we went ahead and fixed that, and we went ahead and just welded the whole exhaust together. So first of all, shout out to Shane. This is the guy that put it together and welded it. He did a phenomenal job. He put in a lot of time and effort into this, and he actually went above and beyond and took videos kind of along the way of the process of doing it. I'm no welder, so that's why he did it, and obviously he's trying to work hard and get it done. So a lot of the time he was just working, but did happen to grab some footage for us, so I'm gonna play that for you guys. Sorry if the audio is a little off, but again, huge shout out to Shane.
Missed a little bit of progress, but pretty much tacked and welded the 2 legs off the header. Going back, just tacked the 2 legs onto the other 290s, going right into the X, right in the middle of it. Just gotta take those apart and weld those together, but right now I have the X relatively center in the body. So once I get those welded together, then put this back together and get the rest of the exhaust in there, tacked and welded. But so far looking pretty good, and honestly much better than I did the first time. So yeah, 2 front legs now finished welding it. Pretty nice. I love the symmetry on this a lot more than I did the first time. This is kind of really good. I have 2 legs up finally. I had them up earlier, but they were a little too long where these were touching, so I just cut back on the legs. So 2 legs kind of bring the X a bit more forward. And I have this space here where they look pretty, it looked like they're about to match up nice and straight, but they are slightly off. So what I'm gonna do is just take 2 pieces, 2 pieces at angles, which like, I don't know, a 5-degree angle, and just butt them up to the X right there, and just lap it inside this little slip joint right here, and tap together, and then the whole entire thing is good. For the rest of the back section, have already the tips already mounted up. It needs to go, and they're pretty set to where I already like to be. A little bit of a little puzzle piece, last piece to it, almost done. Mostly everything's tacked. Just gotta tack these 2 legs into the X and tack the 2 pieces onto the X. I didn't tack these just yet. I'm gonna leave that for last once I weld up these 4 joints first. But so far, looking very nice. Yeah, very satisfied. Almost there, almost done. There it is, all together. Everything came out pretty nice. And it fit up exactly how I had it before. No issues, anything. Even added more braces to the hanger rods, just more structure. And I like how I have all the welds pretty much symmetrical all throughout the X, which is really nice. Really satisfying. Nice and high. Shouldn't be too low to the ground. The tips came out exactly how I wanted it to be. So yeah. It is pretty much 6 in the morning, and I just stayed to just finish it all, just not to worry about it again. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. Colin, make sure the axle stays in place and does not fucking blow up again. Don't want to have to do this all over again.
Oh, it sounds good. This thing sounds good. Alright. Alright, so we finished the exhaust up on the Genesis. I did put a new rear output shaft seal in the transmission as well. We had a transmission leak. I found out another problem with the car, no surprise, which we'll get into later on, but the exhaust is done. It sounds amazing, and we got it back on the dyno to kind of get the tune-up cleaned up. It did have a little issue where it would go lean on a cold start and stuff like that, so we're going to clean all that up, get this thing running good. We're probably only going to do 2 or 3 pulls because that's really all this car needs, and it should be dialed in and ready to go. Last time on the dyno, this thing made 435 wheel and I think like 420 something torque. It's probably going to be very similar. I don't know how this dyno is going to compare to the other one, so I'm kind of curious to see, but
it's just a Mustang power dyno. It's an MD1100 Mustang dyno, so it's going to read lower than a dyno jet, they say.
Okay, I was curious about that. So
we'll see, he has a dyno com. We tuned it on a dyno com, so we'll see what it does on here comparable.
Okay.
Should make damn near the same power, if not a little bit more with the X pipe. So we'll
right.
see.
thing in traffic. Oh my God. So we are on our way to the throttle event at Maple Grove Raceway in the Genesis Coupe. This is the first car show this thing has ever been in. So I got this thing all washed up and ready to go. We finished up at the shop yesterday. The tune's really, really good. It still needs a little bit of dialing in on the lower RPM stuff, but I mean, it's good enough. We're gonna limp it up there and you know, put it in the show, see what happens. I'll try to get some recording up there, but I wish I could record driving it, but I can't. I have to focus on driving. All right, well, we had a good day out here. Got the Genesis all showed up. I don't think I won anything, but it was still cool to finally get this thing out. So we're gonna head on out of here and head home, but so far a good day with this thing.
Driving this thing has scared the shit out of me.
What is that, like, you like 26 pounds of boost, somewhere around there, or you higher?
Just 20.
20?
We got all the fancy features like...
Yeah, that's... Yo, that is crazy.
This thing.
I can tell. It's crazy that this is a stock block.
I know, it surprises me every time I get in it.
And then it has that much mileage on it.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I definitely approve though. That thing's sweet.
I think it's time to get you back into one.
I know how much money they cost. I know how much money they cost. Oh my God. All right, so the exhaust is done. The transmission fluid has been changed. We fixed the transmission leak. We fixed the smoke coming into the car. Everything's been holding up great on the car. There's one more major issue that we just found out. And in the video, when I'm driving it, you can hear it too. We have a very severe rear end shatter. Our rear diff bushings are moving around pretty actually bad. So obviously that's on the lift and that's just pushing the clutch in and stuff. It's really not going to show you how bad it really is, but I'm telling you guys, it is really bad. I've noticed the sound before, but I never knew that's what it was. I had a problem with the factory diff actually falling out of this thing because it's just not that good from factory. So I have an entire drivetrain build kit, I guess you could say, coming for this thing very soon. And that's gonna be next up. So we do have a couple things to knock out, possibly a Pro Dash and a fuel level sensor, but we have the full on drivetrain build kit coming. And we're gonna reinforce the crap out of this thing because obviously it's making a lot more power than it did stock. And we gotta make sure that we don't blow up another drive shaft because that was not cheap. So just wanted to point out this issue to end the video off too, guys, because if you guys have a Genesis Coupe, this is a big one. If you're gonna be spirited driving, even if the car's stock, do this stuff now and get it done. So if you guys are interested in seeing the build kit come out for that, it should be coming soon. I'm gonna be waiting a while on parts, so I figured I'll just put it in this video. Yeah, I think that does it. So hopefully you guys made it through. I personally am actually pretty proud of how this video came out. I'm really starting to get better at it and I'm really starting to try to be consistent. So none of this, you know, just another YouTuber out here just making a video once every 3 months and going nowhere. I really am trying to take this channel to places just because I love doing this. I love working on cars, I love building them, and I finally got my brand name dialed in too. stock is boring, because I can't leave anything stock, and stock is boring. So that is pretty much my motto now, and everything I do is just going to be modifying the crap out of cars just for the fun of it. And it's so cool that I get to share that with you guys. So enough ranting on that. I appreciate everyone who's been supporting this channel from day one, because you guys have just encouraged me to keep going. There's a lot of other people out there, especially Genesis owners, or if you started watching from the Crown Vic days, whatever the case may be, you guys have been just pushing me to do a lot better and keep going. And I love the little YouTube family we built. We got like 2.4K subscribers. Y'all are the best. All right, so follow me on Instagram if you want to see more up-to-date content between the cars and stuff. But we got plenty to do. We got plenty of cars to work on. And there's actually a bunch of videos coming out. So I appreciate all the support from you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.